Hi guys, me again. If you know why I'm saying that, OG. Okay, so I made a bulking tips for beginners part 1, I think it was called, for my last video. But this first one, as you can tell from my title, we're going to do cutting tips. The reason we're doing cutting tips is because, right, I'm pausing the video here for a second because I go into about a 2 or 3 minute explanation of why I'm doing a cutting video. Basically, people do a bulk, I've made a bulking video. People do a cut, I haven't made a cutting video yet, so that's why I'm doing one. Jesus, that just saved about 3 minutes. On with the rest of the video. This video though is not going to be montages and edits of me like driving, getting the foods, the like time lapses. It's not going to be that. I already got the foods for this. It is purely going to be me telling you different tips, what you can use, all that sort of stuff. But the plan is information based, then I'll show you the foods, and then I will go through the foods and say the calories and macros in each and do stuff like that. Okay. The first thing I'm going to say to you if you're cutting is please do not overcomplicate it. People need to be thinking about all these different things of what to eat and cutting all this stuff out and cutting dairy out and cutting all this. Take a breath, take a minute, right? All you need to know is what a calorie deficit is. Simple as that. Okay, if there are other things you want to go into more, then obviously you need to know more. But for cutting, if you are in a calorie deficit or a caloric deficit, depending on how you say it, you will lose weight. Okay? Simple as that. A calorie deficit is when you are burning more calories than you are consuming. So for example, an adult male typically needs 2,000 calories a day, and a female adult needs about 1,800 calories a day. If you are eating less than that, that is, by the way, average. But you can Google this stuff. You can Google a calorie maintenance calculator. So let's say if your calorie maintenance is 1.7, then if you eat 1.4 thousand calories a day, you will lose weight. Simple as that. And the reason why I just thought I was going to put all these diagrams on and do all this editing, I'm not going to do that. Simple. I might put pictures on, but I'm not going to do all this like fancy stuff because I do not want to confuse you. Just keep it as simple as possible. You just need to be eating less calories than your maintenance. That is it. That's it there, done. Okay? That's the first thing, do not overcomplicate it. The second thing I'm going to tell you is cutting can be very easy, okay? People that I know that are on a cut, okay? And they've turned around before and said they need to cut all these things out, they're going to try not eat this, they're going to eat it. No. The biggest thing that I always hear is that people go, when they're on a cut, they're always really hungry. Do you have these cravings, they crave these foods and they can't eat them because it's high in calories? That doesn't matter. As long as it fits your calories and your macros, that is fine. Okay? You will see from the foods I'm going to show you in a minute, you can still eat high volume and a high number. I keep doing this, but it's helping me think. You can still eat a high number and a high volume, high quantity of foods and still be in a calorie deficit. You can still be eating low amounts of food, low amounts of calories with high amounts of food. You can still be doing that. Obviously, if you then decide to eat a massive birthday cake or even go to Mackey's and get a burger, it's like, for one burger, it's going to be like 800 calories. Like, but then if you could eat, let's say, salmon. Salmon's really low in calories. So you could eat a lot of salmon, a lot of oats, and it'd be really low in calories. Okay. I'm going to go on to the foods, and then I'll tell you more information as we go. Okay? Okay, so what I've done is, if you see me looking down, I've written all the calories and all the protein for all the foods on here because I do not want to give anybody the wrong information. Okay? So everything I tell you has like been researched, it's been looked at, everything is correct. Okay, so 1 egg, and this is a large egg by the way, but it doesn't really make a difference based on size. 1 egg is about 78 calories. Okay, that is egg yolk and egg white. So that is one of these is 78 calories. And this whole thing egg white and yolk is 6 grams of protein, okay? However, this is the thing that makes the difference. Take away the yolk, just the egg whites have, I've only recently just found this out, well, when I say recently, I mean within the past hour, 18 calories and 4 grams of protein. That's amazing. For calories to protein ratio, that is amazing. 18 calories and 4 grams of protein minus the yolk. So this is just egg whites, okay? So one egg white has 18 calories, 4 grams of protein, and then one whole egg, one large whole egg, has 78 calories and 6 grams of protein, okay? Because I don't know how egg whites taste, and I've tasted them on its own. Okay, the second thing that we're gonna do is, I don't want to tip it, the lid is short, but I don't want to tip it anyway, just in case, is Greek style yogurt from Tesco. Most of the stuff that you'll see here from Tesco. Greek style yogurt from Tesco, right? You don't usually have this on its own. You don't usually just have yogurt. You usually put things with it. This is a big thing. There's a reason I'm telling you this. You usually put things with it. So if you had this, you could have granola or oats or nuts or fruit and stuff like that. Calories per 100 grams of this. This is 100 grams. Was that good? I don't know what that transformation was. Okay, so I'm hoping you can see this. I don't know how to actually do this, but let me turn the camera all the way down so you can see it. Okay, this is 100 grams. I don't know if you can see how deep that goes. This is 100 grams of Greek yogurt. That must spill out then. Okay, so it's not a lot, but it's a bowl full. A bowl full of Greek yogurt. So this is 100 grams of natural Greek, is it natural? Oh, Greek style yogurt, sorry, is 99 calories. So that is really, really good. The only problem is, it only has 3.7 grams of protein. But again, you don't just have this. You'll have this, and then put other stuff on it. So you can have nuts, which are really high in calories. You can have, I don't know whether you put protein powder with this, but you can have fruits that have really low in calories. Also, fruits and veg typically are really low in calories, but that's why I've not put these on, because most people know that. Most people know that fruit and veg is low in calories. So you don't want me to just show you like carrots and cucumbers and lettuce and peppers. You don't want me to show you that, because you probably already know that. So that's why I'm showing you these things that like are actually useful. Okay, so that, and yeah, so it has 99 grams of protein, 99 calories, sorry, per 100 grams, and it has 3.7 grams of protein. Okay, that is the Greek style yogurt and the eggs done. 3 more foods. Let's do this next. This is one of the things that I have daily basis. This is like ride or die food. This is what I go to for protein. Okay, the whole pack is 100. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I'm trying to think of the best way to show you. That, you can just see me head around the thing. I don't know whether I'll edit that out or not. Okay, 100, can you see it? 100 grams, so this is the whole thing. This is insane, by the way, insane numbers for cutting. But I eat a lot of it, and I'll also put Philadelphia with it, and I'll put a lot of it, which is also high in like fats. If it's high in fats, usually it's high in calories. So for salmon, the calories, it's got 185 calories per this pack. This will cover, I reckon if you were trying to eat a lot of volume, you could fit this on 3 or 4 slices of bread, 100%. And protein for this is 22.3 grams of protein. However, you don't just eat this. Just same with the Greek yogurt. Yeah, there's Greek yogurt. You don't just eat this. You put this with Philadelphia, or you put this with something else that also has protein, even butter, but butter is higher in calories than Philadelphia is. Per like the amount, like if you had 100 grams of each, butter would be more. But that is 22.3 grams of protein. Okay, that's done. 2 more left. So you have a big ass bag of Scottish oats, Tesco. Okay, so for the oats, per 100 grams, okay, so this is a 1 kilogram bag. So this is 100 grams now, ready? It's gonna go in my hand there. That's gonna fall. Ready? Okay, this is 100 grams of Scottish oats. So it fills like the bowl. Okay, I'll put that there so you can see it. In this, there are 363 calories. Okay, 363 calories in this and 10.3 grams of protein. Okay, but again, you don't just eat like oats. That's weird. You don't just eat oats. You'll eat this with milk or with Greek yogurt or something like that. Okay, so that's the oats done. Last thing is a pint of this Bob milk. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know what Bob milk means. I don't actually know what that is. I just know it's called Bob milk. But these calories are insanely low. I have semi-skim milk usually, which is like really high in calories. Per pint, there's about 260, I think, 260 calories and like 18 grams of protein. It's really, really good. However, for this milk, per 100 mil of milk, there are 41 calories and 4.6 grams of protein. Okay? That means that in a pint of milk, in that pint of milk, there are 205 calories and also 23 grams of protein. So this Bob milk is better for cutting than the other types, like the other semi-skim milk, because it's lower calories but higher in protein, if that makes sense. Okay, right, I'm gonna move these to the side and I'm gonna tell you some other stuff just very quickly. Okay, yeah, so when I was saying at the start, it's not how much you eat, it's what you eat, okay? So don't start thinking of cutting stuff out, don't start thinking of doing all this like dairy-free, vegan things, unless obviously you're doing it for other reasons, that's fine. Just don't cut and think, oh, I'll cut everything out. That's not what it's for. Because as you can see, you can just use different types of foods, different types of liquids, different types of drinks, and you will cut, right? You can cut all these calories down, you can cut them all out. Best example that I've known of this is using eggs, is using for this egg here, for that egg, that is 78 calories. But if you take the yolk out of it and just have egg whites, that is 18 calories, just that. And it's 4 grams of protein, which is amazing. You could have like, I'd say you could have maybe 3 or 4 of them. I'd say 3 or 4 of them with salmon for breakfast. But unless you're like a bodybuilder or like prepping for something, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that, seriously. But again, each to their own. I'm not for doing that. But yeah, so these are just the tips for foods and stuff. Yeah, it is mainly just them 2 tips. If you stay with them 2 tips that I said at the start, you'll be okay. They don't overcomplicate it. It's just calories in versus calories out. If you want me to make a video purely on information based, and I'll do diagrams, I'll do everything to show you about calories and maintenance and muscle mass and how you burn fat and gain muscle, all that I will. Okay, if you want me to, or like, obviously you don't have to tell me in the comments, you can just tell me in person like people already have. But if you want me to do anything like that, let me know, I will, 100% will. But if there's any other information based you want me to do, I will fully do it. I just don't want to be rambling on for like 20-30 minutes about stuff that you're not going to need. But yeah, and the other thing is you don't have to cut all this stuff out. You don't have to do all this stuff out, you just need to know what to eat and how to eat it. Like for example, if you were cutting, don't eat 10 dates. And if you watched my last video, you'd understand why. Don't do that. There's no point. Unless you're craving dates, fine. But there's no point in doing that because you're stocking all these calories up when there's just no need to. So you can just have something else and you can substitute it for something else. Because like, people who have been on a cup said to me, oh, I can't have a chocolate bar. You can't have a chocolate bar. Why not? Just move your calories around. Do some cardio. Move. Because, and this is one of the most important tips if you're cutting or whatever, you will ever be told, 80% of the calories that you burn are from neat calories. Neat calories, NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is basically the calories that you burn doing daily activities, doing the washing up, ironing, cleaning, dusting, wiping down, hoovering, washing the car, washing dishes, anything like that, like tidying bedroom, anything like that, on neat calories. That burns 80% of the calories that you will burn. And by the way, I don't mean this as in if you compare this to a gym exercise. I don't mean this. I mean daily stuff. Daily things for what you're doing, neat calories is 80% of it. Okay, so you could then go, for example, go for a walk. Sam, that is not neat calories. Neat calories is a certain type of exercise. Because like, for example, it wouldn't be like hit stuff like doing burpees and circuits. It wouldn't be that stuff. Neat is a very specific type of exercise, can burn 80% of your daily calories. Just move more. That's all it is. Move more. And this shows you, yes, of course you have to eat less, but eat the right things. Eat the right things first. Switch to the right stuff. Okay. I hope that's helped. If there's any other questions, let me know and I'll surely answer them. But yeah, next video will be out. This video will be out as soon as we can edit it. Next video will be out hopefully not long after this one comes out. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for everything. Please go onto my Instagram, which is why I'll post every day or two, every few days. Try and get as many videos as soon as I can be uploaded onto YouTube. I try and do it. I appreciate everyone for liking, for commenting, for following, everything. Genuinely appreciate everything like that. I'm gonna do my my little sign off ready. But yeah, I appreciate everything. See you on the next video. That was sick.